Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today we're going to be working on project number 2 of the Backyard Bliss Scrapbooking Workshop. You can see in the top right hand corner of your screen, this is the project we are going to be making. These are not my photos that you see up there, and this is not a layout I created that you see up in the top right hand corner. That is an image from close to my heart. So when we're starting this one, we are going to start by pulling out this piece for project number 2, and we're going to go ahead and pop out all those circles and also take the border off. You can see right there in the top left of that paper I'm fiddling with right now, it does say project 2, so you know which project this goes with. We're going to go ahead and pop out all these circles and turn it over this way. This is how it's going to be set up. We do use this nice paper right here as the background, and there I'm just taking some notes over to the side. I think I'm listening to kind of like a training at the time I'm doing this. I will go ahead and flip this back over and put a little bit of adhesive on the back side of this and put it down. Now I am just going to be using a little bit of adhesive, and the reason why is because I don't have the photos to go in here. You see that in the example, you see the top corners and the bottom corners have photos in them. I do not have photos for this yet. This is a layout I am gifting. So I'm just going to be putting photo placement holders down under there. And I don't tack this down super well because I do need to slip in those photo placement holders. Now I am gifting this to someone who is a scrapbooker or was a scrapbooker when she had more time, so she knows that once she adds her photos to go in and add extra adhesive at the bottom. If you're doing this workshop and you're not putting photos in there and you're doing it to gift as well, you want to make sure whoever you're gifting this to does know to go back and put a little bit of adhesive underneath that white to go ahead and hold this down. So you can see right here I am taking one of the photo placement holders, putting it in the top left. This one goes in the top right. We did put the 2 yellow circles back in over on the center row. We do it on the left side and the right side. You can see in the example, that's where they put their journaling. Super, super cute. I don't have those attached yet, but we'll get there. Here I'm just adding a little bit of a piece of adhesive to those photo placement holders to kind of keep them in a place just a little bit. Now right there I'm showing you I have smudged this. My hands were dirty, guys. Remember to wash your hands frequently when you're scrapbooking because you get stuff all over them. My challenge lately is the puppies. So the puppies have been staying outside a lot. They're dirty, okay? And I pet them. I love on them. And my hands just get filthy. I have to wash my hands all the time. Well, apparently before I had sat down and done this, I must have petted a puppy and did not wash my hands. So this layout does got a couple little dirt smudges on it. Okay, you can see in the original over to the right, that is so cute, right? That center cluster, absolutely love that. We're going to go ahead and commit to that placement. We put this little yellow flowery bit down first, and you can see on the back of that one, it is also marked project 2. So you're not stuck. You do know what pieces go with what, okay? After that, we're going to layer this one on the top, and then we're going to just put this little white circle on there that was also supplied in this kit. Right there, and that's where that little circle right there is what's going to house our title. Our title is going to be Joy, and then we put a little word phrase under it that says, or over it kind of a little bit, and it says Grow Giggles. It's so, so cute. Here we're taking out the Papaya ink, and we're going to go ahead and take our quarter of our round sponge. Yeah, I got that messed up there too. Anyways, I'm going to take our little round sponge and just dab a little bit of the ink color on here. This one I did way better with the inking than I did in that last layout that we did. The last layout we did, and I had to do all the inking on there. Whew, I went way overboard. We're going to go ahead and take out our title, which is Joy. And we'll just layer it right over there toward the center-ish of this circle. Now, I don't measure anything. I just kind of put this down. Super cute. Oh, look at that. And that's so cute. We'll put our little dot on the top of the J. And we're on our way to a gorgeous page, don't you think? Here we've got two little leaf bits. One's going to come shooting down out of the bottom here, and one's going to come shooting out of the top right there. So cute. We got ourselves a nice little diagonal line going on right there, which really helps out this layout a lot, I think. I think that's probably the element I love the most about this particular page, is that center part. Super cute. Now, like I do on a lot of my pieces like this, where I'm using the leaf bits or something that is longer and stretches out, I will end up putting some foam tape under some of those leaves. Go ahead and put down another photo placement holder. Gonna try and get it as straight as I can without actually measuring it. I don't, like I said, I don't really want to tack it down too heavy, because I need Erin to be able to put her photos in here. And then we got this one as well. Go ahead and tack that one down. See, I'm just using the littlest bit of adhesive. I'm not going overboard like I do a lot of the times. And the reason is, like I've already said, it's so that who I gift this to can go ahead and slip in their photos. So we'll go ahead and commit to the placement of these cute little circles on both sides. And this is where she's going to write her journaling, just like in the example. Super cute. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with our embellishment. And you can see in the example over at the top right, they have their hearts with the pink side up. I didn't really want that. I wanted more wood grain. So I flipped the hearts over. You can see they're in a different direction because it's the other side. And it is going to be this nice wood grain. Here we are going to be embellishing with a few hearts, and we're also going to pull out our wood grain paper board pack. That's what this came out of, that little round piece right there. It came out of the paper board. Now you can see right here, I am making a little bit of a mistake. In the example, there was half a circle right there, and it was placed in that center bottom circle. I skipped that on accident, and by the time I see it and realized to put it in there, I have already glued down that heart. So when I put it in, I will put it in crooked, but it's fine. It still gives a little bit of that color down at the bottom. I don't really feel that I necessarily needed that color at the bottom, because I didn't use that color on the hearts at the top. I do still add it in there, just a sliver of it though. Right here, we are going to put our little birdie up on some foam tape and stick them up on our flowers. So, so cute. Look at him. That is precious. I love the photos that they used on their layout. I think it looks really great. I can't wait to see what photos end up going on this one. That'll be a lot of fun. So this is the word phrase. It says grow giggles. We did pop that up on some foam tape as well. These hearts we're just going to lay down flush to the page. We're just going to lay them on that, or inside that circle. And we'll go ahead and put this little heart up on a little tiny bit of some foam tape and stick it down. Now you can see like where they embellished with the heart up at the top, they used like a periwinkle color. I end up using the pink color. And then this one, I ended up using a little lighter shade of the green. Now, when you're doing the embellishments on yours, you can pull your embellishments out and make them exactly like the layout, the example layout is, or exactly like my layout. It doesn't matter. Whichever appeals to your aesthetic the most, that's the one you go with, okay? So if there's something on the original one that you don't super love, you can change it up by all means. The workshop guide is here. It makes it easy for us. It makes it a lot of fun. We don't have to think too much about what we're doing. It's great for people who are just learning to scrapbook, because the design is done for you. But if you're a little bit more advanced, you can always go in and change things up. We're popping this up on some foam tape. You know, I have this love of foam tape. Now, here's what I was talking about. I put these hearts down and I didn't see the original one. There's that half. Yeah, I missed it. So here I'm going to go ahead and cut that piece in half, and we're just going to put it underneath here at an angle because I've already glued that down. I didn't want to pull it back up, but I think it does give it a little something just to have that color down there. I could have definitely done without it, but yeah, I kind of wanted to stay as true as I could, and the reason I didn't do it the way that it is on the original is just because I missed it. It wasn't intentional. It was just an accident. Here's where I'm going to go back and put down some of the foam tape underneath some of those leaves. They are already kind of like sticking up a little bit, and that's great, but some of them are sticking up way too far, and I'm afraid that when it gets put in a sheet protector, like this one, for example, it was sticking up way further without the foam tape than with the foam tape. So I'm afraid that when it gets put into the sheet protector, it will get caught and bent. Okay, we're going to go on to our right hand page of this double page spread. You can see it does call for the same paper, but we're going to go ahead and trim it down. I think we trim it to 6.5 by 12. The directions tell you exactly how to trim it and exactly what dimensions you're going to be using. Here we are going to be using two 4x6 photos, actually 6x4 photos, right? Horizontal goes first. So two 6x4 photos, or maybe that is 4x6. Guys, how is it? Is it horizontal goes first, or is it vertical goes first? The pre-printing on these photo placement holders says place photo here, 4x6. So maybe it goes vertical, then horizontal. Maybe I've had it wrong this whole time. Which seems legit. Seems like something that I would definitely do. We are going to go ahead, and since we have our photo placements holders matted now, we're going to go ahead and commit to the placement of this little piece right here. You can see I just put the paper down and then pick the paper up a little bit and add some adhesive to it, and that's so that it just, you know, stays on there straight. I don't have to worry about putting it down crooked with adhesive already on it. I do that a lot. I don't see a lot of people doing it that way, but I do because, you know, I mess things up sometimes and get things crooked. All right, here we're going to go ahead and pull out the circles. You can see in the original over on the side, they go up the side right here. I'm keeping to the same color placement, the same as they did, although my green might be a little bit of a lighter color green than the circle that they had used. At least it looks like it's a little lighter color to me. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and commit to the placement of these circles now. Just using a little bit of adhesive on the back and kind of lining them up. Did I put that top one down yet? It looks a little off. It looks like it's in further than the rest of them. I don't know if it is or not. That does get covered up with a nice little cluster at the top. So even if it is in a little bit further than the rest, it's not a big deal. That cluster will, the cluster that's over that circle will kind of detract from that if it is crooked, or I don't know that a circle can be crooked, but if it is off, you can see how there, it looks like there's a little bit less of that showing than the rest of the circles. That's what I mean. Okay, and at the top they use this cute little piece right here, and they use it on the green side. And again, I'm going to do the same thing I did on the first page, and I'm going to flip it over and use the wood grain side. I love wood grain, you guys know this. I love wood grain, so if I have the option between the colored side or the wood grain side, I'm probably going to go with the wood grain. If you don't like the wood grain side, go with the original way. You can see we pulled some pieces out of our paperboard pack. That is the wood veneer paper, or wood veneer looking, wood looking paperboard. We are going to use 2 pieces of that down here at the bottom to make this cluster down here. And we also use the label up at the top. This little word phrase sticker that we're going to put down there, it says Simple Pleasures. We will pop that up on some foam tape. Now, when I build this cluster down here at the bottom, the banners are a little bit long. You can see how long they look. We will trim those up just a little bit. And here we're going to pull out some more of our pieces. You can see in the original, we had a lot of these little flowery looking type die cuts that we're just going to go ahead and layer those up a little bit. It looks like the one up at the top, we have like a nice green and a yellow that are layered up. They put a circle on top of theirs. We're going to end up going with a circle and a heart. And then this one right here, we pretty much layer this one exactly the same. It looks really cute. I love the original and I do keep it that way. And the one down at the bottom, we're going to do it exactly the same as the original as well and just put that heart in the center. I think that looks so super cute. Right here up top, when we find the hearts to put in the heart die cut right here, we will be popping those up on some foam tape. So they kind of pop out. Now you can see in the original, see how that little tab is layered over the hearts. I'm not going to do that part. And the reason I don't have them layered up together like a layered cluster, the reason I didn't do it that way is because they're both that wood grain. And that's a little much. So I keep them separated so that you can tell that they are two different pieces. I don't actually make it into a layered cluster, which is fine. You can layer them up. You cannot layer them up. You can do it your way. The reason I didn't is because I didn't want that wood grain label layered up on top of the wood grain hearts. It just kind of disappears into it and it didn't look as well. But I still wanted that wood grain, the wood grain heart shapes, the heart base. I did want that to be wood grain. So yeah. We're committing to the placement of our photos. Now, again, guys, I am not really measuring. I am mostly eyeballing. If you want to get out your ruler and do the measurements, the workshop instructions absolutely do tell you how far to place these different objects from the sides. Like this one, for example, let's see what it says. Those photos, it says, like the top photo, or both the photos actually, 1/4 inch from the left hand side, and then from the top down it says 1 3/4 inches. Now I didn't measure that, I just kind of put them down where I thought they looked nice. So they're probably about where it's supposed to be. I think they're a little bit lower than the example, but it works out fine. Although I do have to cut these, I did have to cut these little banner pieces right here because they were too long. But that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and stick them right here. I put foam tape on the back of that phrase sticker. Well, the foam tape doesn't cover the whole sticker, so part of it was still, there was room underneath for me to stick those little banner pieces, so that worked out pretty good. Here we've got our sticker piece. We are going to end up putting this on foam tape. I'm not sure if we've already done that. Nope, we haven't already done that. I'm going to put a bunch of foam tape behind this little guy. And I do think I pull out the anti-static pouch. Possibly, I might have already done it. So that, see where the leaves are overlapping that photo placement holder. Again, we don't want those stickers to be stuck to the photo placement holders because Erin's going to come in with her photo and she's just going to slide it right over that photo placement holder, put some adhesive on it, slide it right in there, and she's going to have a page that's complete. All she's got to do is write journaling on it. Actually, she's going to have a double page spread that is complete, and she just has to write journaling on. So that's pretty cool. We are going to do the same thing with this foam tape like we did in the first layout. Just putting a little bit behind some of these leaves. Again, you can see how some of these leaves were sticking up a little bit further than what they do with foam tape. And if they were sticking up way too high, I put foam tape underneath them because, again, I'm afraid it's going to get caught on the sheet protector if I don't like control it in some ways, if that makes sense. This little heart, we're putting a little foam tape underneath that, and we're going to pop it right here on the top, just like the example shows. Super cute. Love that. This piece right here, the same, except for it's going to be that darker green layered up with a wood grain bit, and then on top of that is going to be a wood grain dot. And again, that wood grain dot we are going to be popping up on some foam tape as well. This little cluster up here, I am going to make this kind of overlap onto the photo, kind of like what they did. I don't overlap it near as much because I don't know what the photo is going to be, right? And I didn't want to take up too much space on that photo, but I do have it overlapping a little bit. And in the center, we're going to put this other die cut down. Now I'm not in love with this die cut that we have right here. I kind of want to go in there and switch that out with one of the flower pieces like what we did over on the right hand side. I don't know, that die cut's not my most favorite, so I might end up seeing what kind of pieces I have left in the end and possibly changing that out. If I have any more of those little flowery looking die cut pieces, I might just go ahead and cover that one up with with one of those. Again, look at that, how much that leaf is sticking up. We're going to go ahead and tame it down a little bit with some foam tape. Very, very cute. Okay, guys, we still have about 3 minutes left of this video, but I'm going to go ahead and pop in right now and tell you to check the links down below. If you'd like to pick up this kit, you can come back. These videos aren't going to go anywhere. You can come back and put them, rewatch and put them together with me if you'd like. But if you'd like to pick up this kit, I will have that link down below. My shop is beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. And you can find all sorts of good stuff over there. And yeah, go ahead and go over there and check it out. There are some things going on this month. This is the featured collection of this month, but also there is a nice little Halloween collection over there as well. I haven't got my hot little hands on those yet, so on that paper pack and sticker sheet yet, so I haven't been able to share it with you. But I know a lot of you guys do like Halloween, so go ahead and pop over there and check that out as well. Like I said, I haven't got my hands on it yet, but I am fixing to have to go over there and pick it up as well. So we're going to go ahead and commit to this tab right here. And then we'll commit to our little chain of hearts, right? So cute. You saw how the back is, of course, we went over this already. The back is green, the front is the wood grain. I chose to go with the wood grain side of it because I love the wood grain. You might choose to go with the green side, and that is absolutely cool. You can see in the original how they have theirs layered up, and you can see in mine how I've split mine apart because I use the two wood grains together. Here are the hearts I'm going to go ahead and fill those in with, and I do put foam tape on the back of all of them. You can see in their original, they had a yellow right there. I just put a green. It doesn't have to be exact. It just has to be something you like or love. Stick that down right there. Now, guys, I will be coming back probably tomorrow, possibly the next day. We'll be doing project number 3, and that will totally wrap up this kit. It was so much fun making it. Oh my goodness, I had such a good time. Next up, we're going to be working on, after we finish project number 3, we're going to be working on this same collection, Backyard Bliss, but we're going to be doing the cards, which I'm really excited about. I don't make cards a whole lot. I make basically cards I need, and with my customers I like to send them cards. So yes, I do make cards only because I need the cards. I enjoy it. I just enjoy scrapbooking more. So there you go. We will be doing the card kit because I need the cards. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Look at this gorgeous layout. Oh, looky there. Becky missed a heart. The original one looks like there's a mink heart there. I'm going to be putting this nice little shortbread colored heart, which is kind of a light yellow tone. Really nice. I'm going to be sticking that one there. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to go ahead and look at the left and the right layouts together. Very, very cute. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.